It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat DiSabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I am your host, Pat DiSabato of the Daily Southtown newspaper, and hey, season 14, we're kicking it off right now. And where are we? What school is the big dog this year? Well, they're really not the big dog, but they're part of the big dog group, preseason top 10 team, and they haven't been a preseason top 10 during my 26-year history. So, without further ado, we are at St. Laurence High School in lovely Burbank. The Vikings coming off a big season, 10-3, advanced to the 5A semifinals, won the Catholic League white with a 4-0 mark. So a lot of kids coming back, led by running back Faison Smart, safety Jimmy Burnett. Vikings are looking really good. They got like 15, 16 starters coming back, including 4 on the offensive line. So we're going to kick off the Coach's Corner Show in Burbank, St. Laurence High School. 2 guests for you tonight, folks. First guest will be Coach Harold Blackman, beginning his 5th year at the helm, and quarterback Romelo Washington, who steps in for Alex Martinez. We had Alex on as a guest on the show last year, so they're going to be our 2 guests. All right, we are going to throw it out to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. And remember, folks, are you a member of the Big Cheese Club? Go to beggarspizza.com, join the Big Cheese Club. You get some nice perks for joining up. So we are going to go to this break, come back. Harold Blackman, St. Laurence football coach, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our guest to kick off season 14, none other than St. Laurence football coach Harold Blackman. Harold, how's it going, my man? Good to have you back.
Good, thanks for having me.
And kicking it off with the Vikings, who coming off a great season, 10-3 last year, advanced to the Class 5A semis, won the Catholic League white, 4-0. So what's the vibe like this year, Harold? I mean, coming off that big year last year, heading into this year, a little bit different vibe with the team, or what?
I think it's a good vibe overall for the team. The most important thing is they really do get along. Our junior and senior class, we had a meeting the other day and they talked about chemistry, and all of them, you know, they felt like they were so close, even guys in different positions. So it's a good vibe. I'm also, obviously, the confidence knowing they can do it because they've seen it done. Yeah. But at the same time, it's humble knowing that we didn't finish the job. So overall, it's a good vibe, and we're just ready to move forward and get this season kicked off.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. What are you most excited about with this team?
I'm excited to see the maturation process of our kids. You know, this is my first class that I brought in. So I've seen these guys grow from freshman year to senior year, along with our juniors. So I'm excited to just see the growth that they've experienced in this program and the ability to put it on a varsity field finally. Yeah, and you're going to be sad to see some of these guys go, man, because this is the group that put you back on the map, right? Oh, well, more so than that, you know, these guys are like an extension of my family. Yeah. So every year to see them go is just like breaking up with a family member. So yes, this is a special group for me, and I try not to to look that far ahead, and we want to extend the season as long as we possibly can so I can keep him around.
Yeah. All right, well, one of those seniors, Faison Smart, your running back, rushed for more than 2,000 yards last year. I think he broke a school record with yards in a season, 21 touchdowns. How much better? I mean, talking to him a couple weeks ago, man, he thinks he's even going to be better this year. How much better could this kid be?
I think Faison's pretty good. And the most important thing about Faison Smart is he's the hardest working player on our team.
Yeah.
I literally have to put him out of practice. You know, if he's at tailback and he gets enough reps, I take him out, then I look up, he's playing slot receiver. I take him out from slot receiver, he goes over to the defense, he tries to hop in at defensive back. Yeah. I mean, he's always busy, and he's always cheering on his teammates. So more so than on the field, his off-the-field work ethic is just an example to his teammates, and he makes us so much more better than we would have been without his energy in practice.
Yeah, he's a great teammate. And speaking of great teammates, last year's quarterback Alex Martinez, who was off to St. Xavier as a freshman this year, and he was a guest on the show last year. How do you replace his leadership?
You know, that's the good thing about having a system. You know, Alex played in a system. He did great for us. But the next person up is Romelo Washington, and he's been in this system since his freshman year. He understands the system, he knows the system, and I feel like Romelo's going to step in, and it's going to be a seamless transition from Alex.
And we're going to have Romelo Washington on after Coach Blackman here. So, and what does Romelo bring to the table as a quarterback? What could fans expect? How, difference between him and Alex?
I think Alex was a great quarterback, but I feel like what Romelo's going to bring. He's going to bring more athleticism to the position. He has a big arm.
Yeah.
Alex, he understood where to put the ball, and he was really smart with things. I feel like Romelo is smart. He understands where to put the ball, but his arm is so strong that it just gets there so much faster. So we're in practice, and some of the throws he makes, you're like, wow. So we feel like the athleticism and the arm strength is definitely going to be a big asset for us this year.
Yep, and I know you got 2 or 3 receivers coming back, so they're going to get a little bit of a workout this year, man.
They're looking forward to it.
I'm sure, man. So what do you think? If you guys stay healthy, Harold, and you avoid the injury bug, what do you think this team is capable of?
Pat, I really don't predict, and a lot of
a
lot of people get frustrated because I don't predict. I always say I judge a successful season after the season, because you don't know what happens, and you don't know how that ball's going to bounce. So when I judge my guys, I judge them off of their effort, and we really look at the film, whether it's a win or a loss. We look at the effort. So as long as I know they're giving me all that they have, we'll judge it after the season. Do I think this is a special group? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And our goal is to win our conference and get into the tournament and win the state title.
Yep.
But at the end of it all, I want to see how this team plays as a team, and I want to see their effort.
Yep. And speaking of state, last year you guys get to the 5A semis. You go up against a really good Nazareth team who ends up winning the state championship. How much did that experience motivate these guys, your players, during the off season?
It's pretty cool. There was an article with Alex Martinez in it, and I think it pretty much summed up our thought around here. They were talking about him and the team's run to the semifinals, and one of the quotes he had was, "Well, we didn't finish the job." And I believe Jimmy Barnett was interviewed, and one of his quotes was, "We didn't finish the job."
Yeah.
And that's our feeling. 10-3 is fine, but we didn't reach our ultimate goal. I'm so proud of what our seniors did last year. That can never be taken away from them.
Yeah.
But our younger guys understand we did not finish the job. So to take it away, we feel like we need to finish the job this year. And that's what we've been working towards, and that's what we're preparing for.
Well, it definitely helps. I mean, Jimmy Burnett, a kid who is a Illinois recruit to play baseball. I mean, he had 9 interceptions last year. I told him that's going to be tough to top, man. He goes, I don't care if I have only 1 interception as long as we keep winning. And that's the type of mentality that you like to see out of your players. And I'm really excited to see this Romelo Washington kid throw the football, man, because I've heard some big things about this kid. So he seems like a nice kid, and we're gonna get to know him a little bit here. But fans should be very excited about this team, and it all kicks off Friday night. Got to do a little road tripping out to Bennett, and you guys owe them a little something coming off last year. They beat you last year, but going into this thing, how confident are you going into this game?
We never lack confidence. That's a staple of us. We're always confident. We always feel like we're going to find a way, you know, no matter what. If a team's bigger than us, faster than us, we always say there's an angle that we can take. So we're extremely confident.
Yep.
And again, this is a group that has grown through the system from day one. And I feel like they understand the system, they know the system, and confidence is just part of who we are.
Yeah. Well, Harold, this is your 5th year now. Try and look back when you entered this place and you looked at the program from top to bottom, and now you look at the program from top to bottom in your 5th year. What's the big difference? Other than you got some talent, but I mean, what's the biggest difference you see in this program right now?
Well, I think the first year we did have talent, you know, and as we spoke a little bit off camera, I always put things on me. I feel like as a first-year head coach, St. Laurence took a chance on me.
Yeah.
And not only did they take a chance on me, they gave me an opportunity to mature as a coach. Through those couple of lean years, they stuck with me. Tim Chandler, Joe Martinez, our president, you know, after every loss, they were right there to encourage me, just keep going, keep doing it. You know, I feel like now we're at a point where, like you say, we do have guys who can run, or we do have guys who can block. You know, I don't know if it's much different talent-wise, but I feel like just our kids getting an opportunity to go through 4 seasons of an off season.
Yep.
That makes a huge difference in team chemistry. You know, obviously in the ability of their bodies to maintain, to hold up, and also just in their fundamentals and techniques. So I think that's what we're seeing on the field more so than anything.
And you got some depth too. That's another.
And,
big thing,
we
right?
have more depth. Yes,
that's key. All right, well, Harold, I appreciate you coming on board, kicking off season 14 of the Coach's Corner Show, man. Good luck Friday night and good luck the rest of the season, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right, folks, we are going to go to Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Remember, 3rd location in Mokina, right on Route 30, Lincoln Highway, has been open. Check it out. We come back. Romelo Washington, quarterback, St. Lawrence Vikings, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our next guest, St. Lawrence quarterback, Romelo Washington. Romelo, thanks for coming on board, man. Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
All right, so you've waited patiently for this opportunity. I know you were on the freshman team, sophomore team last year. You're back up to Alex. What's the feeling like being the guy, the starting quarterback for St. Lawrence going into this year, man?
You know, a lot of people begin to look up to me, expect leadership, and I think that's what I'm going to bring to the table this year, a lot of leadership, because I wasn't very vocal last year, and I think this year I began to pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you, in the huddle, you have no problem showing that leadership, right?
Yeah.
You got to get it done, right?
Yep.
That's the key.
Yeah.
So what can fans expect from you as quarterback? From what I hear, man, you got a big arm. I mean, you're 6'3", you're a nice-sized kid. Well, what can fans expect out of Romelo Washington when they watch you play quarterback?
Speed. I think when I pull the ball, it's not going to be a lot of people that can catch me, you know. I can extend the play and keep my eyes downfield and be able to make those big throws.
Yeah. And you could run.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could run. All right. Though Faison's going to be doing most of the running,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
something breaks down, you have the ability to make something happen. Backing up Alex Martinez last year, what's the biggest thing that you learned?
To stay poised, and it's not all about just dropping back and chucking the football. We have to make great reads, see the defense before the play, and just find our receivers.
Yeah. There's a lot to it. It's a tough situation. What was it from going from sophomores to varsity? Has it been a big jump for you, or what?
Yeah.
Speed mainly, or what?
It's quicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot quicker.
Okay. How is the offense different with you being at quarterback? Is it any different, or are they going to throw the ball a little bit more, maybe a little bit deeper routes, or what's the situation?
We're going to do the same thing we did last year. It's just going to keep it boring. Like Coach Blackman always says, keep it boring.
Keep it boring, right?
Yep.
But if needed, you can produce the fireworks.
Yeah.
Make it exciting, right? What do you believe is this team's biggest strength?
Leadership. A lot of the people look up to our captains. And, we have a lot of juniors this year, and they always listen to us. Whatever we tell them, they just do it. And we just a lot of leadership.
Yeah. So they're buying in. The juniors are buying in. And that's key, because you don't need any resistance, right? I mean, the seniors are the bosses. You've been here 4 years, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of time invested. So what would you consider, what needs to happen for you guys, you seniors, to walk away from St. Laurence to consider this season a success?
Like Coach Blackman always says, we need to win the Catholic League, and then after that, just win state. Because our biggest game, well, all our games are big, but when Leo comes in, for homecoming, that's going to be big. Bennett, ranked number 9 in the state.
Yep.
That's going to be big for us too.
So now, when you get ready to go to sleep Thursday night, man, are you going to have a little trouble falling asleep? You think you'll be tossing and turning? You'll be a little bit nervous, or are you going to be just excited?
I'll be excited.
You'll be excited?
Yeah, I'll be excited.
No trouble sleeping?
No trouble.
You get to sleep? So you're really you're anxious, man. I mean, you really want to get out here, and not any nerves. You're just excited.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Waiting.
All right, well, we're looking forward, man, to checking you out this year. I've heard a lot of good things about you, and more importantly, you're a great young man, so that's another key. That's going to take you a long way, man.
Thanks.
All right, Romelo, thank you very much. Folks, we are going to go to an athletics timeout. When we return, we got a bunch of good stuff, so stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband, and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank our guest, St. Lawrence football coach Harold Blackman, and quarterback Romelo Washington for being our guests tonight. All right, we're going to go to a results segment sponsored by Athletics, Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey. He'll get you back on your feet. All right, so we're going to talk top 10. Obviously, we don't have any results. It's opening week this week. So we're going to dissect our top 10 a little bit, beginning with our number 10 team, Lamont. Perennial power, the Indians are. They return a good chunk of talent. Quarterback Spencer Nagel, a couple of really good running backs, Anthony Martin and Jake Kirkman, along with receiver Logan Christopherson, who's a 6'6" kid. He's committed to Mizzou. So the South Suburban Blue champions look to reload, as they generally do. So watch out for Lamont. Number 9 team is going to be Richards, another perennial power. Coincidentally, Richards, Lamont, they play Friday night. Game I'll probably be at. Bulldogs, they're stacked, man. Pat Doyle at running back. Anthony Quinn, he'll be a two-way guy, linebacker, fullback. Jake Moran will be at quarterback. He comes back. Nate Gimsma at receiver. And they have a key element here in Andrew Calderon, a kicker, who he could be the difference, man. He's got a great leg on kickoffs, and he's accurate with field goal attempts. So that's a big plus for them. Number 8, St. Laurence, we talked considerably about them with Coach Blackman, and so you guys know what's up with the Vikes. They're pretty stacked. They should win the Catholic League White, and hopefully they can make a nice little run in the postseason. Number 7, Providence, looking to come back from an uncharacteristic 3-6 season last year. The key with them is staying healthy. They got Richie Warfield in the backfield. He missed 5 weeks last year with a knee injury. Jared Drake at quarterback, that's a big key, and they got a big-time receiver in Martez Malone, but they have some other skill guys, man. They are pretty well set in the skill positions. The key for the Celtics is going to be the offensive line, a very young, inexperienced group. A lot of juniors on this team, but this is a junior class that won the Catholic League Blue as sophomores, so a lot of talent. Number 6, the Marist Redhawks advanced to the 8A class championship where they fell to Loyola, but the Redhawks, though they've graduated a lot of pieces, Darshawn McCullough, their running back, Brendan Skalitsky, their quarterback and player of the year, they're just reloading. Pat Dunn's got everything rolling in the right direction. Delonte Harrell will try and pick up the slack at running back. They've got Rob Tops at defensive back. He's a Kansas recruit. And then the offensive line, 3 big-time starters back, Tom O'Mara, Billy Kudek, and Billy Wagner. So they've got some definite beef and experience on the offensive line. So watch out for the Redhawks. Number 5, Mount Carmel. Caravan looking to win their 13th state championship. And they've got some talent. Mike Kennedy at running back. Alec Thomas will play some running back, some receiver. Dan Trudeau looks like he's going to be the starter at quarterback. But the Caravan, again, a real nice junior class at Mount Carmel looking to step up. It's Loyola's conference to win, the Catholic League Blue, but Caravan will give them a run for the money. They play them in week 3. Number 4, Crete Monee. This is the senior class they've been waiting for, man. They are loaded. The Warriors are loaded. Southland champions. They got Marcus Kidd at receiver, Isaiah Rucker, who's back at quarterback, 6'5", 210 pounds, and he has got a rocket of a throwing arm, and he's accurate. Watch out for this kid. He's big things expected for him, and Marcus Kidd should definitely have a big year at receiver. They've got Jawan Treadwell at DB. He's been offered by Illinois. That's Laquan Treadwell's younger brother. And John Mitchell, also been offered by Illinois. He's on the offensive and defensive lines. He's a big kid. He's about 300 bills, but they've got some beef on both sides of the line. They've got tremendous skill. The Warriors, they've got Brother Rice in week 2. They open up with TF South. They got a tough schedule to start off with, but I can see the Warriors going all the way this year. And number 3, Homewood Flossmoor, Craig Bazia. Outstanding job. Vikings looking to reload. It's going to be kind of weird for first time in 3 years. The Harley Hampton twins won't be on the field. Rabbit and Squirrel off to Indiana State. Bryce Gray is playing baseball at Notre Dame, so they lose their quarterback. Kendrick Pryor, the receiver, he's at Wisconsin. But believe it or not, the Vikings really shouldn't miss a beat here. They've got kids that are ready to step in. Running back Justin Hall, Tyler Nuttall. They got 3 tremendous offensive linemen. John Michael Schmitz, Jack Doyle, and Jamez Kimbrough. So they're going to be a little bit different team, not going to throw the ball as much. Bryce Gray had a great, accurate arm. They're going to have to dial it down a little bit. And Bryant Wright is their quarterback. Do a little bit more running and use their legs a little bit more this season to generate points. But they're going to be tough to beat, man. Number 2, Brother Rice, the Crusaders. Return a ton, led by Ricky Smalling at wide receiver. He's an Illinois recruit. Xavier Valladay, he'll be at running back. They got a transfer from Lincoln Way West at quarterback, Dino Borelli. And when you have a vowel at the end of your name and you're Italian, that's a good thing. So Dino Borelli will be leading the charge. Jack Keane will be DB, and Arian Lacey will be a DB for the Crusaders. Are looking really good. And the number 1 team, Lincoln Way East, Rob Zavonar, with Lincoln Way North, the influx of the Lincoln Way North kids, 120 kids on the varsity over at Lincoln Way East. Jake Arthur, Max Schaefer kind of battling that quarterback. I think Arthur's going to be the guy, and Schaefer's going to shift out the wide receiver. You got Jeremy Nelson coming back at wide receiver. Devin O'Rourke, a junior defensive end. He's been offered by multiple Division I college programs. And Sam Deal on the O-line. The Griffins are looking stacked. They are our preseason number 1, but it's not where you start, it's where you finish, folks. So we'll see what happens in the next 14 weeks. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe time out. When we return, high and tight.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oakbrook Promenade.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's has a trained technicians and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Knocked down a deep dish a couple days ago. Man, that thing, that'll put a smile on your face right there. That's a little slice of heaven. All right, folks, high and tight time. All right, the Pulaski Road Super Bowl has been shifted to Lakeshore Drive. What do I mean by that? Brother Rice and Maris, after a year away, they're back on the football field, but they're playing Sunday night, 6 o'clock at Soldier Field. Hey, that's great. Let these kids get an opportunity to play on a professional football field. Love it. Right on the lake. Can't beat the scenery, the atmosphere. However, this game needs to be coming back, man. Next year, I'm hearing Maris is hosted next year, and that's what it should happen. Probably going to be moved to week 2. But, you know, the profits, both schools could use the money from concessions, ticket sales. You know, that's just, it's all being wasted right now. Soldier Field's gobbling that up. So, and the atmosphere, you've got maybe 5, 6, 7,000 people in Soldier Field. It looks like it's empty. So let's get it back, get it to Rice get it to Maris next year, get the Rice the following year, and let's just get this baby back on Pulaski Road, all right? All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. And kudos, I got to give a quick shout out to St. Lawrence baseball coach Pete Lotus, who was a guest of ours last year. Vikings won their first sectional championship in baseball in over 20 years, back when Pete was a player at St. Lawrence. I think it was 1993. So they had a great season, and they got a lot of kids coming back, so they'll be stacked for next year. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the first week. Working the kinks out. We'll be back next week. Have a great one.